Alright, folks, we are back with more Guilty Gear Strive, learning the roster here, and goddamn, there, Elphelt, hi, Elphelt, hello. Yeah, I just saw really unnecessary, but it's like, the bike and jiggle physics are very prominent and out there. I somehow did not notice them on Elphelt until just now. Anyway, sorry, not a good thing to start the video with. I promise I'm a real human being and not just a gooner. Elphelt is here. Hi, Elphelt. We are going to be learning, again, the sort of basic idea of what Elphelt does, what her whole goal is, like what probably just the Rekka is going to be the big thing here, like just the Rekka and how, like, all the different follow-ups and what we can or can't do against it as Potemkin, and then some other things like, you know, more like side stuff otherwise, right? But yeah, the goal is not to learn how to play Elphelt on a super deep level or how to like every single piece of detail that is in her kit. The goal is mostly just to figure out a sort of layer 1 strategy of what she wants to do, what we can do against it, what we can't do against it, what's real, what's fake, what's strong, what's weak, and go from there, right? Again, with a bit of a tilt towards what does Potemkin in particular do about this, if there is like some specific nonsense that there is to talk about there. Let's get extras in here real quick. There you go. And let's go. As always, if you like the video, feel free to like it, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff helps out a lot. Also, if you want to come by, hang out on the stream, I'd love to have you. I'd love to have you. Come by, I stream every day from 5 to 9 except Fridays, Eastern time. Alright, hello Elphelt. This is, I like this orange color I got on her too. Very cool. I also have never heard her theme, so I'm immediately taken aback, sir. But yeah, so we can get into, yeah, the Rekka is her big thing, but we will get into that after we talk about normals, I guess, for a bit. Usually I get into specials a little bit later. So 5P is hitting the Satan fingers there, sure. 5 frames, pretty standard. 5K, sure. Seems decently big from the, I mean, just from like how it looks, how much extension she gets on that shit. Yeah, sure. Decent 5K for sure, pretty good. 7 frames, otherwise pretty standard. Plus on block close slash. Big ol' far slash. Big ol' poke. Yep, big ol' poke. So true. Pretty standard so far. 5H. This one I actually didn't realize this was. I don't know why I thought this was like a special, but yeah, no, she does shoots a fucking gun at you. So true. I like that she says bang sometimes. Okay, sure. So it's just that is really big. Well, okay. Personal favorite theme? He is going off in the background there. She is going off? I think it's actually a female vocalist for this, no? Or am I misremembering? Due to its very long recovery, yeah, sure, -11. You can Gatling, what, 5HH? What the heck? Oh, cool. Huh. Sure. This thing is even more minus on block. And are you just, like, non-cancelable at that point? Ooh. I do like the theme, actually. I like this part, anyway. But yeah, so I guess this is just completely non-cancelable, I think, right? You can't, like, go into anything off this. It's canon that Elphelt is singing her theme? Goddamn. That's pretty cool. Okay, but yeah, sure. This seems like a bit of a gimmick. I don't think, this is not really doing it for me. 2P, sure. 4 frame, okay, good to know. 2K, seems pretty standard, fast, but a little bit smaller. Including the growl, I mean, it makes sense with her win pose. 2S, 13 frames? Interesting, it's not a low. How big is this thing? Sure. Interesting. I don't see this move very often, but sure. Yeah, 2H, I see all the goddamn time for the gap closing. Slow advancing attack to call out attacks, yeah, sure. 18 frames. Basically, I mean, damn near reactable, at least. This is the borderline, in my own opinion. 18 is about the fastest thing you can react to if you're cracked at like a semi-consistent basis, right? But yeah, this very, like, people do this into, like, the Rekka a lot, I think, right? Oh, but I guess, there's a bigger gap into the Rekka off this? Interesting. And 2D, sure. Big ol' sweep. Nice 6P. This does seem very reliable, I will say. I've had a hard time trying to fuck with this thing. And then 6H, not an overhit. What do you know? That's good to know. Extremely questionable anti-air, so true. 25 frame startup, -15. I mean, is this even special cancelable? I assume so. Probably? Is this straight ass? It's not. Yeah, okay, it is. Jumping buttons. Throw. Actually, what's that JD doing? Oh, it's the skirt. Yeah, sure. Cool. It's got orange wild assault. All right, let's get into the specials. If we're getting into the specials, let's talk about this Rekka. This is the whole thing that she does, right? Is there a mod for Guilty Gear that allows you to have an SF6 style frame viewer in training mode if you want to see the values in game? Oh yeah, sorry, you're saying there is. Yes, I do. I had that installed. It hasn't been updated for a little bit. I don't know if the guy who made it was busy with exams. Maybe his exams are over now. Hopefully. So I haven't checked in a couple weeks probably if it's been updated. But I did have that shit installed previously. There's a new version that works right now. That's awesome. Okay, good. I'll probably install that for next time then, certainly. But yeah, so the Rekka, right, 214S right there goes into the Rekka, and then pressing PKS or HS does different shit. S resets you, and you can just keep going over and over and over, and every time you do this, you get 2 inputs, and you can do overhead out of it, you can do a low out of it, or you can do, like, a combo finisher, I suppose, right? So you can always do, like, you can do overhead, and then you're fucked. If they block both of them somehow, you're fucked. But you can do overhead low, or you can do overhead reset, overhead, or like overhead reset, low reset, overhead reset, low reset, etc., right? The resets, I believe there's a gap when she goes for the resets, I think. It's like, you know, the guess here is you block high, the guess here is you block low, and the guess here is you mash, I think. We'll take a closer look at that, but yeah. This is sort of the thing the character does, and it's, you know, there is no, you just guess on that shit, as far as I'm aware. S is magenta and redirects faster, H is cyan and travels faster. Oh, interesting. This is just her fireball, right? He's like, stick for a bit and then go towards you. Oh, interesting. I see. So, the S1, the S1 homes in quicker, but the H1 goes further before it homes in. So you can probably just like hit people straight up with this without needing for the home. With the H1 a lot more commonly. Sure. Gap if you block anything into a reset. Yeah, exactly. So if you guess reset, you mash. If you guess overhead, you block overhead. If you guess low, you block low. If the shot hits at close range or with the barrel of the gun, the shot is massively enhanced? I did not know this. Really? Longer block stun even launching on hits. Huh. So can you go like... Oh, I see. This plus? Looks kind of plus. No. It's minus. I assume the in brackets there is the point blank. So it's because it's less minus, but it is still minus. Gotcha. Good to know. But yeah, fireball. I mean, obviously the big thing with any when we're talking Potemkin, we talk about any sort of fireball. There is always the matter of you know, just flick that shit back, right? And then Miss Charlotte out of repair. So true. This thing is, I think I'm supposed to 6P this, right? Is my sort of understanding. Is I'm supposed to, like, you know, when she does this, I'm supposed to like 6P on reaction, which like is pretty easy to do if she's not like right in your face. Like obviously 14 frames is not 6Pable on reaction, but like it's not gonna be 14 if they're doing it from further away to try and like cheat in a gap closer. You can't make this plus as well if it's spaced out. So you really do want to, like, when it's far away, it's a bigger deal to 6P it. So, sure. Yeah. Oh, this thing. This thing kicks my ass like all the goddamn time, man. You're supposed to jump and air throw this, no? Like, that's supposed, because this thing's gonna cross you up a lot of the time, so you can't just like 6P it. But she just does. She just like run. You can do it on Oki a lot, but like I have definitely had Elphelts do this in like block strings and shit too, right? Not just on Oki. So if she does something like this, you're supposed to like just jump and air throw her, I think, right? But again, I mean. That's a reasonable reaction, I guess. Like right around, oh yeah, like right around like there, right? What? Like probably like getting airborne around. Oh yeah, I mean it's a little tight. Yeah, but like doing something like that is realistic, certainly. That's like I'm not like doing it immediately or something. I'm waiting a good bit there. I can see that. She can also JD out of bomb. What do you mean? Like she can go. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Yeah. I thought I meant like to cancel out of the move itself, but no, like afterwards. To get like a quick another overhead there. Yeah, so you got a high low. That makes sense. So you probably do want to interrupt this, but yeah, it seems like the best way to do it probably is to, again, on reaction, jump and air throw her ass. That seems right. Easier said than done though, but like if you do get the opportunity, that seems like the best way to do anything about it. I mean, I guess the other thing is we can like sort of cross-cut Heavenly, as weird as it sounds, right? Like, I mean, weirdly enough, we could also delay up, sure. Wait, it's like, you'd be like, if you're expecting the cross up, you do it the other way first, right? Hold on. Yeah, like that, right? You could do something like that. Like you could probably like hold down back for most of that as well. Like if this is very weird, but like I think you can technically do like a cross-cut Heavenly Buster here, right? But like I don't, you know, like it exists. I don't know like how realistic it is that I'm gonna be doing that in a match, but like again, I think you can be safe for most of that time too, like down backing, right? I think this probably is like the best answer to it, but like if you do it basically, so what I'm doing is I'm doing like half circle, so Heavenly's half circle back forward. I'm doing a half circle forward here, but then it's correcting when she crosses me up, right? Half circle forward into, like half circle forward back. But when she crosses me up, it corrects because I'm on the other side, and the input reader basically assumes that what I was doing the whole time was assuming I was facing the other way, right? This is called, it's at least in Street Fighter, they call this a crosscut. I'm not sure if there's a separate piece of terminology for it in Guilty Gear, but yeah, you can do that. Again, you are like blocking the whole time for the most part, so it is relatively safe. But like one, it's a little finicky to do, because yeah, if she doesn't cross you up in time, you just do something weird. You just like jump basically. Yeah, you can do it. It's just a little. Again, I'm not really sure it's the thing we're gonna be going for. Jump air throw is definitely much safer. I mean, if you do, this is definitely the swag option though, right? This is the saucy option. She really is screaming, huh? And yeah, Rekka. I think the Rekka is buckle up. The Rekka is just about, yeah, like if you do a second one, you're stuck and you're minus 18 if they block both overheads somehow. Similarly, right? If they block both lows, you're minus 16 and can't cancel, you die. And again, the actual reset has a 20 frame startup, right? So I believe there is. I guess the one thing I need to check is if she just goes like say it's 214S, right? So I want to go like 214S into P into S. So if she does something like that. Oh, it's an overhead, of course. I also feel like that if I got Heaven Lead. In fact, sometimes I do. That's fair. Right? Yeah. So, if there is no reacting to any of this, realistically, I mean, I guess you probably... Like, how late can I 6P this? Yeah, no. Like, there's no, like, reacting to this. It is just it's a three-way guessing game that is definitely in Elphelt's favor. It's for win condition. But yeah, with the Rekka, you mash 6P if you expect reset. You block high if you expect high, and you block low if you expect low, right? And I mean, this is safe, I guess, but like, sure. This doesn't really do, this ends the situation regardless. Going to Rekka is fake off anything but 6H or 5H, can always 6P it otherwise, yep. There is a 2H, something that I have had done to me a lot before is Elphelts will do like 2H into Rekka, and I'm pretty sure this shit is not real. Yeah. He's 6P, the overhead, the hitbox starts tall? I don't believe so, I think it's too fast. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can't anyway. That'd be pretty bad design if they just didn't let her shit work. Yeah. I mean, if I try to... Yeah, no, I'm getting counter hit out of my shit. Hello, Brick, can I touch you? Probably not, because can't touch this and all that. Like, the Rekka is the big thing with Elphelt, and I already do come into the, like... This is gonna be a short video, I'm gonna warn you right now. Because I already come into Elphelt having spent a whole, like, part of a video previously labbing what to do about this. And yeah, it is a guessing game. There is no real, like... way to get away from this. I mean, obviously you could like YRC, I guess, right? Does YRC just beat this? I mean, she could probably just go into nothing, I guess, to call that out and kill you, but just like you always would. But it will beat all of the other options anyway. But yeah, you just see again, if you think she's gonna reset, you go use 6P. If you think she's gonna block high or go for the overhead, you go overhead. Low, you go low, obviously. And she can do. She can't ever do like more like after every Every time she does one thing, if you successfully guess right on the high-low 50-50 once, it's a lot worse for her at that point. Because she has to either commit to, like, basically fucking dying. If you block that, she's minus 18 with nothing to do. Except, like, Roman cancel, I suppose, right? Probably can still just, like, RC out of this. But, like, unless she wants to do that. She either, like, just fucking dies and is minus 18 and you probably, like, kill her in a single combo. Or she has to go back into the reset, right? So once you block one, it is, like, much more safe to assume that maybe she's gonna go for the reset again, unless she has. If she has 50, probably doesn't care as much, right? Just goes like this, and then like just resets out of it anyway, right? RC into maybe like just fucking go back again, right? So with RC, she can just like keep doing that shit forever and ever. But everyone is really stupid with RC. It's how it goes. She falls asleep fast. Goddamn. Respect me. What about H-Ender? H-Ender, I think, is mostly... They're not going to use... They shouldn't use it in pressure very often because there's no mix. I mean, it can't be a call-out on 6P, right? I suppose. But, like, it doesn't do anything. Like, all it does is it ends the situation, right? It's -5, and it's a mid. So I don't expect there's any reason for them to do this. I mean, I guess, is it, like, really high reward on counter hit or something? I don't think so. But maybe. If I have pot and not block this, then I just, like... I think it's gapless most of the time. Oh, I mean, even that. So you can't. So yeah. So it won't even punish your 6P, right? So I think this is mostly. I think what the H-Ender is for is like you got hit by this, get shot, right? Like it's the way to like. Okay, like this is the get you down here after you get hit by the Rekka, right? Go into H-Ender, and then go from there, right? Does this combo? No, it doesn't. Yeah. So yeah, she had an infinite, I guess, if that did. So yeah, she goes like, you know, bonk, into this, into Oki, right, and go from there, or whatever, right? It's not a reward, it's just a get-out safe tool, yeah. And I think it's the ender to the Rekka if they actually get hit by something. You can go into, again, you can probably, I mean, looks like you can probably go into the Bom Bom Chocolat Oki, right? Like, 1, 2, 3, slight delay, and then this, right? So, again, H Rekka is not part of the mix. It's just the ender. Yeah, like that kind of is it, honestly. I forgot to talk about this. I'll just edit this somewhere in the middle of the video. But honestly, I need to know about this thing because I don't know what this does. What the hell is this? So this is a hit grab that puts these bombs on you, and like most things that she hits you with at that point trigger this. They trigger automatically after a 5-second timer, but can automatically be detonated by certain moves. It includes 5HH, JH, Ground Throw, Bomb Bomb, Chocolat. Miss Charlotte, Here I Go, all the things that fire a gun, right? Yeah, it's the gun. Like, the gun triggers it. Kind of like Eustace grenades. Anything that fires the gun can do it. So yeah, this... I mean, this is basically makes the reward... Like, I don't think there's anything... This is not, like, too special to talk about. This is just, like, as far as, like, what you can do about this. Really, all this does is it makes the reward on hits for all of her stuff significantly higher. And also, it makes any one of these things that'll hit will make them a lot more plus as well, right? I believe this will blow up on both block and hit. Let me double check. Also, if you block this, does it apply them even on block and hit? Yeah. So like even if I have pot block, it should still explode, right? Oh, okay. Only explodes on hits. Good to know. Okay, because it only explodes on hits. Sure. So yeah, the point of it, if she breaks wall with it, you get bombs after. Yep, that makes sense. Yeah, so it only applies on hits, not on block. It's a hit grab, right? And it only breaks, it only like explodes the bombs on hit as well. But yeah, I don't think, again, this is not like a super complicated thing. It's just like, you know, suddenly now the reward on hits for all of this shit is way higher, right? They do a bunch of damage when they blow up, and also, of course, you can combo off them. Again, not like as far as like counterplay, there's not really too much to talk about because strike and like it's not like a Bison bomb, for example, where you just take the throw, because her throw also triggers this. It really is just a very strong move, right? Like this is like this is very much important to mention, to bring up what it does, but like, right? Like there's what the fuck if you get thrown or if you get hit, this is gonna kill you. So this is another very good reason to avoid the guessing game from Elphelt in the first place, because if she ever just like gets Rekka into wall break or something, then this is just a very bad situation for you to be in, right? Like the Elphelt is, like I talked about how a lot of characters in this game are very simple and strong, right? Elphelt is sort of like this personified. Can also shoot the gun, tap projectile hit to meaty. Oh yeah. Instead of doing the Bom Bom Chocolat. But yeah, like Elphelt is literally just, she is the Rekka. And the Rekka's good, and the Rekka is very like weighted in her favor, and like when it hits, you can get Oki, and it loops like back into itself and stuff. But again, there's no big complicated things to figure out with Elphelt. It is just keep her away from you, you know, 6P, so like the more like fake approach options like this thing, right? And like, because when she gets in on you, you're just gonna be guessing, right? There is no, the thing to know is what your options are on the guesses. Also, Envy, FGC, thanks for the follow. Your options on the guesses, again, are obviously block high or low, or if you expect resets, then use 6P, right? And then you just go from there. Pretty simple character in the grand scheme of things. And I think that's honestly, that's enough for me. That I feel like that's enough for me to go in and fight some Elphelt and know what I'm trying to get up to, right? And I guess the only other things we mentioned are, for this, I mean, for pots, you just flick this. Just be careful, I guess. The the purple ones you have to be a little bit more patient on, because they won't get to you as fast. They'd have to like home in first, where the blue ones, the cyan ones, like move a lot more of a range immediately. 6P this, air throw this, you can cross-cut heavenly this if you're feeling really saucy, and then the Rekka we already talked about, right? Pretty simple character, pretty fun character, incredibly cool character, aesthetically, and the theme is actually really great, and just she's cute and she's badass. It's the best of both worlds, right? As always, Guilty Gear continuing to absolutely knock it out of the fucking park with all of their character designs. Well done, well done. But yeah, we're gonna do Slayer next, I think. I think it's also going to very similarly be a just fucking guest character, where it's, you know, it's gonna be like, well, he's good, but also there's not really too much to talk about, but we'll see, we'll see. For now, VOD watchers, hope you had a good time with the video. If you did, any kind of like, subscribes, comments, bells, all that good stuff helps out a lot. I also do stream every day from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern, except Friday, so come by and hang out. I also have a Discord, a great place to make some friends and get some matches. Link in the description down there. But if you do join, be nice, or I'll shoot you in the head in Minecraft, most importantly. Hope you had a great time hanging out today, as always. I know I sure did. Elphelt is a sleepy little girl, and she is very fun, but also very simple. So, good to know. Having a lot of fun with Guilty Gear. Going to be a lot more coming your way, and until then, I will see you in the next one. Peace!